Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your 2-week break. Today we're going to be talking about modeling two-step equations. And as we get into this, I'm going to explain something to you. So here's the question. The question is, how do we model this equation? 2x plus 3 equals 11. Well, it's simple. We're going to use these shapes to represent these numbers. So x will be represented by this long one, and the constants will be represented by, if it's a positive, the +1, and if it's a negative, the -1. So this is basically what the equation will look like. Now, here's the thing that I need you guys to know. If you guys get these, I'm going to show you how to solve this through modeling, but I need you to not lose sight of what we're doing. We're basically solving this equation. So if you know what this equation is, you don't need to use the modeling method to solve it. What I'm saying is you can solve it as we've previously solved the equations if you can tell what the equation is. So we can see here that this is 2x plus 3, and that equals 11. All right. So I'm gonna actually back out for a second. And I'm gonna go to our whiteboard. All right. So I'm now looking at our whiteboard. So remember, this is how we solved it before in the past. Now I'm just gonna prove something here. What we did is we subtract 3 from both sides, -3. Okay, that gives us a 0 pair. We bring down the 2x. Then you have 11 minus 3. That gives you 8. And now we know we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable, which is 2. I don't know why I did that. It's getting ready to make that 2 or 3. And you're left with x equal 4. Now, all I'm doing and all I'm saying right now is this. I'm about to show you how to solve this using modeling. But if you can't solve it using modeling, what I'm saying is if you can tell what this equation is, you can still solve it manually. That's all I'm saying. All right? So now what does this look like? Well, the equal signs means that, hey, the two sides are balanced. If there are any parts that are the exact same on both sides of the equation, those parts can be removed and the equation will still be balanced. All right? So watch this. I got +3. I got +3. I'm going to just take them away and the equation is still balanced, because I just got rid of both of them on both sides. We're just solving it using modeling. Now we have the 2x's here and we have 8 over here. Well, that's exactly what we had a second ago. Basically meaning that this group of 8 over here needs to be separated into 2 equal parts. So what does that look like when we separate it? Well, we end up with 2 groups of 4, and our solution to this is 4. All right, so take a quick second. Which one of these is the correct model for this equation? I hope you picked this one. Let's take a look at it. Just a reminder that 3x minus 4 equals a -13 is the same as 3x plus a -4 equals a -13. All right? So, we got 2 that are the same. We're solving for x. We got 4 over here. Hold on. They just took it away. They didn't show you. 4 here. We're going to take that 4 away. We're left with that 9. So we got 3x equals 9. Meaning you're going to break this 9 into 3 separate groups, and you're basically breaking it into 3 sets of 3, and our solution is -3. I want you guys to take a second and try to solve this problem. Take a second and try to solve this problem. All right, I hope that you pause the video and you solve this problem. What happens here is 2x, I'm just gonna solve this on here. I'm not gonna go to my whiteboard here. You're gonna take one here, take one here. Then you will have 4 left over, so 2x equals 4, and you will break that 4 into 2 groups, making your solution 2. Okay? If you guys got questions, let me know. Hit me in the Google Classroom. I want you guys to try this one. Pause the video, try it out. Pull out a sheet of paper, pull out a pencil, jot this down, write down your 5x's, write this down, write these down, and then solve it. And then, like I said before, if if it works better for you to solve it manually, that's 5x minus 2 or plus a negative 2 equals negative 7. You can do either or. Take a moment, solve the problem. On this problem, you'll basically take this away. You'll take 2 of these away and you'll end up with 5x equals a negative 5. Basically meaning you're going to break these 5 into 5 groups and your answer will be a negative 1. Okay? Alright, so let's try the next one. Now, looking at the next one, there's nothing the same on both sides. So what's going to happen? Well, it's simple. You're going to add 1 to both sides. And by the way, this expression is 2x. I'm sorry, this expression or equation is 2x minus 1 equals, and this is, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? 2x minus 1 equals 7. So you're basically going to add 1 to both sides. And when I add 1 to both sides, the equation is still balanced. Because I added 1 to both sides. I didn't take anything away from one side and not do it on the other side. It's still balanced. It's still equal. But when I add 1 to both sides, this gives me a 0 pair, just like we do manually. And I'm left with 2x equals 8. 2x equals 8. That means that the 8 will need to be broken into 2 groups, and our solution will be 4. I want you guys to take a moment, and I want you guys to try this problem. Take a moment, try the problem. All right, so really bear with me on this one. You got 5x plus 3 equals a negative 5. All right, so what's going to happen on this one is, once again, there's nothing that's equal on these sides. So you're going to end up adding a negative 3 to both sides, okay? So you'll be adding negative 3 on both sides. That means you'll add negative 3 on this side as well. What will happen is you'll get a 0 pair over here, and you'll end up with 4x. That's a 4x, not a 5x. 4x equals a negative 8. Meaning the negative 8 will need to be broken into 4 equal groups, and your solution would be negative 2. Remember, guys, if the modeling is throwing you off trying to solve it using a model, just make the equation. That's 4x's plus 3 equals, and that's a negative 5. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, last one on the model, and then we're going to move to something a little different. This is 3x minus 4 equals 5. 3x minus 4 equals 5. All right, pause the video, try to work that out. I hope you pause it. So on this one, we're going to basically be adding 4 to both sides, right? You see it? You'll be adding 4 to both sides. And what will happen is basically this. So I kind of started working this out here. So basically this is what you'll be looking at. And I wanted to work this out just so you guys can see this. Remember, you can always solve this manually. But you're going to be adding 4 to both sides. And this is me kind of showing me adding 4 to both sides. Now, for the sake of what I'm doing, I'm not going to put the positives in these. Just know that the green means positive. What's going to happen is this. So what's going to happen is this gives me my 0 pair, and I'm left with a total of, that's 9 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically you're looking at this scenario. You have 3x, and you know what, for simplicity purposes, I'm just going to erase this right here. I'm going to get all of this out of here so I don't have to redraw these markings. You're basically looking at 3x equals 9. What does that mean? Well, that means that I'm going to break this 3 or this 9 into 3 equal groups. There's one group of 3, there's another group of 3, and then there's another group of 3. So this is basically how the modeling or solving through modeling work. How many groups of 3 do I have? There's 3 of them. So the solution to this equation is 3. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. That's not our PowerPoint. That is our PowerPoint. Let's see. I actually want to enlarge this screen and present. All right, so I wanted to go back to the presentation screen because now we're getting ready to talk about writing, and I'm getting ready to wrap this up. So this problem says Bruno spent $23 at the arcade. He spent the total of $23. All right, he purchased 2 drinks and spent $17 on games. What is the cost for each drink? So here's the basic steps, and I'm going to have you guys jot this down. So first, read the problem. Ask yourself, what is the problem asking for? Okay, and I'm gonna back that out a little bit. What is it asking me to find? It's asking you to find the cost of each drink. All right. So we know that we can define a variable D as the cost of each drink. So let's read the problem again. Ask yourself, what do you know? You know he spent a total of $23. That's what it's going to be equal to, and he bought 2 drinks. Okay? And he spent $17 on games. Read the problem again. Ask yourself, did you miss anything? And I'm going through these steps kind of fast. I'm going through them fast. Take your time, go through them, make sure you understand them. So if I'm looking at it, he spent $23 total. He bought 2 drinks and spent $17 on games. So what does that equation look like? Well, 2 drinks. We don't know the cost of the drinks, right? Well, that 2 drinks, that becomes a 2D. And we know that he spent 17 on games. Therefore, it is 2D plus 17 equals 23. I want you guys to take a second, and I want you guys to try to write an equation for this. Take a second, take a second, take a second. All right. I'm getting straight to it. What does that look like? It looks like this. We got 14C, because the CDs cost 14 each, and the DVD was $23, and she has $65 total. Therefore, our equation is 14C plus 23 equals our 65. I want you guys to take a moment, and I want you guys to write an equation that can be used to solve this problem. Now, you don't have to solve it, just write the equation. All right? I hope you took some time, you wrote that out, you paused it. So Danny has $24 to spend on the balloon. That's going to be our total. The warehouse charges $2 each for the balloon. So that means that this equation is going to be 2x plus 3, which is the delivery fee, equals $24. The second one, okay? We know that the total cost is $39 per month. The text messages is $15 each. Her cell phone bill last month was $55. So what does that look like? That basically looks like 15x plus the 39 equals the 5505. All right? That's basically the end of this lesson. And guys, I'm going to stop it here because I don't like these getting too long. If you guys got questions, hit me up in the Google Classroom, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.